y'all new to the Tekken series and do a 3D fighting game, y'all would know how difficult and different it is to actually implement sidestepping into your game. After doing my research and learning this game more, I figured out ways to actually sidestep, when to actually sidestep. I'm getting better at that, and just learning the overall basis of sidestepping. So in this video, I will be showing y'all a few things, and then I'm gonna go into the gameplay aspect of just me choosing Dragunov and showing y'all what I mean by sidestepping actually help you control, you know, pacing, control spacing as a whole, right? So first things first, we gotta get to the basics. We gotta get to the fundamentals of sidestepping, right? I'm gonna choose King because King is a big body, which means that if he can't sidestep it, he's too big for it. And then we're gonna choose Dragunov, which means that if I'm able to sidestep certain things, that means it's very sidesteppable. All right, I want to put that out there. We're gonna go to a very clear map. Let's go to this map. Honestly, generally love this map. So first things first that I want to get into is what is sidestepping, right? Sidestepping is basically just stepping off. It's like pivoting in a different direction, right? So if you know boxing, you know, or Steve as a whole, if you play Steve, if this towards the background, if this is the left, and then sidestepping right is towards the camera, well, towards you, and it's opposite for the other way. So sidestepping left is towards the camera on the P2 side, and then the background is sidestep right over there, right? So now with that going on, if you double tap any direction, like sidestep walk left, and if you hold, you gotta not just double tap it, you have to hold the second input. So tap hold, and you will sidestep right, or sidewalk right, or sidewalk left, right? Now you can also do side steps into back dashes, or vice versa, depending on what you're doing. You can sometimes do a Korean back dash. My fault, my D-pad is cooked, so me implementing this, you know, very fluently is gonna be difficult. But you can Korean back dash or side steps, and that's different techniques that a lot of pro players actually use, right? Now the reason why you want to sidestep is to create spacing, avoid situations, or just control the spacing as a whole. So I'm gonna give y'all three examples, right? What I mean by avoid things, right? Let's have Dragunov do one of the infamous moves, right? Which is this, right? Let's record him doing the running 2, which is that, right? Now on the running 2, right? I'm gonna have him recording. I'm recording. All right, on the running 2, right? I'm gonna stop it the moment he hit me. Now if you look at it, he is +4, which means that most of his options is go to record. Most of his options, he could jab, it beats everything. His down forward 1 beats my jab. He could go into a grab. His grab now becomes 8 frames, which grabs me out of power crushes. It's basically his turn. It's not a full mix, but it's basically a mix, right? So with us knowing that, you want to avoid some of these situations. Some of these moves are very sidesteppable, right? So let's go back to the middle, and then when he throw the move, you can sidestep it on both directions when he's about to swing. And if you learn the timing of when to sidestep instead of sidestepping early, like if I sidestep early but just not fluently, I get clipped. I'm trying to press down right now to show y'all, but my D-pad is cooked. Okay, my D-pad is cooked. Yeah, my D-pad is cooked. But yeah, I can show y'all this way. You can sidestep on both ways, and you get behind them. Pause. And then you can go for the combo if you need to. You know, if you go for a combo, you can do a lot of different things, right? That's the whole point of sidestepping, is to sometimes avoid situations. You don't want to be inside a situation to where he's running at you and he takes his plus frames. Or for example, right, if I have the bot block, right, and I was to hit somebody with the, let's try, I'm not sure if I'm able to make the bot do this exactly, but I'm gonna get him to wake up. I'm gonna get him to wake up, stand up, and then he's going to sidestep right. So yeah, let's try this. So if I do this, right, and if I was running at him and I did a running knee like this, a running knee like that is like what? It's +3 on block, right? Oh, let's have it like this. It's +3 on block. So you are able to actually wake up and sidestep this because you want to avoid the situation. Because if you don't avoid the situation, what happens? I can hit you with a throw. I can hit you with a lot of throws. Every throw beats a jab and power crush. I can hit you with this throw if you try to, you know, crouch block. Like it's a lot of things to it just messes you up and puts you in different situations, right? So that's one thing. So I need to start putting like chapters so that way y'all understand what I'm talking about, right? So besides that, it's also used to control space. For example, if you know that somebody is sidestepping left or right, somebody sidestep it, they looking for you to do a certain button, right? But if you're controlling the space, right? If you controlling space, right? Let's say like boxing, for example. If everybody know, not even just boxing, MMA, just a fighting as a whole in real life, you would know if you have the center ground away from the wall, if you have center ground as a whole and control the space, you're more likely to win that fight because you have center ground. They have to fight out of your pressure, right? So you control the spacing, you limit the spacing to where like sidestep, backdash. You could bait out so many things because now they just like, okay, he sidestep. If you backdash and they was to do like a tracking move, it would just whiff. It would whiff, and then now what? They get punished for it, right? And then another thing is that I would like to say is the sidestep blocking. Now I just started implementing it like this inside my game because I'm not used to just looking at, you know, just sidestepping and blocking. The main reason why pros actually sidestep and block is because sometimes we're supposed to sidestep the right way or the right direction to actually stop a move. Sometimes, you know, games is not perfect. Sometimes it clips you, but just in case it clips you, you know you didn't give up free damage, you know, as a whole. So I just started implementing that inside my game, and I actually love and enjoy that about the game. So it's very difficult. Also, like sidestep duck. Sidestep duck is a good thing because just like I explained in the stance video against Yoshimitsu, sidestep and duck was beating a lot of his options in the dragonfly stance. So I was actually able to like sidestep duck, or just sidestep wait, or sidestep, you know, backdash, or just sidestep jab. Sometimes you got a sidestep jab, sometimes low, and then if they was to actually press a button, this is what a mind games get into, right? Let's have him punish, and on punish, let's have him do his quickest jab, right? So let's say we're in neutral, right? Because this also controls the space, not just on offense but defense, right? So let's say I jab, right? With me being able to sidestep out of certain moves, knowing your frames is also important because I could just sidestep and just do that. If they was mashing, it get clipped. And then they was a good clip, you know. And it's crazy to really think about. It's crazy because it actually helps you in multiple situations to actually control space. That's the whole thing right now, is learning how to control space as not as much as possible, as much as possible, but the more you actually learn how to control space and know when to actually dodge certain things, you would get 8 times better at the game, and sidestepping would actually be cool. But the thing is, like I said, don't be sidestepping expecting for you to get hit, because sometimes I still be doing this, but I go inside a rink and I play other games just knowing that, like, sidestep, block, sidestep, block. At every, no matter what it is, just sidestep, block, right? And now, without wasting any more time, let's get straight up into the gameplay. Now, I'm gonna explain this gameplay, right? We're gonna dissect the gameplay to where, like, I'm learning Dragunov mainly to learn his pokes. And one thing about learning his pokes is when you actually learn, well, the way how I see it is, I learn different characters to learn different aspects of the game. So if somebody is better at moving, I'm gonna learn the movement characters, so that way I have the movement down pat. If Drag is, you know, returning to his poking style from Tekken 7, I'm gonna learn Dragunov, so that way I'm actually able to, you know, just learn how to poke better, learn how to mix certain things up, so that way when I get on King, with everything that I know, my poking is 8 times better, right? So right here, round start, rapid round start. Now, sidestep in the right direction also helps you inside certain matchups. Not every single matchup you just sidestep, you know, one direction, but it's mainly so just sidestep in the right direction. So Dragunov is weak to like from this angle that I'm at, because I'm on the right side, I sidestep towards the background, right? Because that is his right side. Sidestep, and what does that do? That actually whips his entire button, right? Hit him with a low. Let's put on frames too, because at certain frames you are not able to sidestep. I'm gonna give y'all this tip. Certain times, if a move is -5, you cannot sidestep the jab. It is automatically over. You will be getting hit by that jab, right? Mind you, I'm -2, which means I'm able to sidestep again. I sidestep, but what happened? I blocked, and I jabbed him back. I jabbed him out of his stance. Literally, everything that I just told y'all. Control space, jab, because he mashed. Okay. Be able to go inside the stance. His stance is automatically, if you do not block, I mean, if you block it, you're able to just jab him out of it. Jab, counter hit. I could have went inside my heat, but that's okay. I'm just now learning Dragunov. And I pressed another button. His down forward 2 was invasive. Nice combo. His combo is actually so much better than mine. I feel like once I'm more optimal with drag, I'll be 8 times better. Well, for that, I try to go for it again. I try to go for a back 4-3 again. because he stopped and he crouched, and then you know I just messed it up, and he parried my arm, well, not my arm but my leg, right? You see what he just did? He just saw, I think it's sidestep duck if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what's going on. Punishable. Watch what I'm about to do. Watch what's about to happen. Backdash, even though my backdash is pretty much bad because my controller is broken. Y'all seen the look. Reacted to it. He ran up. The moment he started running, sidestep. It's over. Heated him. I could have had finished the game, but you know, I suck. I suck with drag right now. I suck with drag. I was waiting for a sidestep. I was waiting for him to sidestep and press a button so that way I'm able to jab it. And also, how you also be sidestepping is to forward dash. So if you know somebody's forward dash, I mean sidestepping a lot, you would just forward dash them and you would actually realign, like, you know, again. Hit with it down too. This is all knowledge. This is all knowledge. Right? I'm trying to learn more movement because King is not able to move as much as drag. You gotta open up by down forward 2 again. That move is so good. I don't know why. I don't know why old launch is not down forward 2s. Hit me with a combo. Great combo. Sidestepped again, but missed the punish. I forgot the punish. I reacted late. Now I know after that is to do certain things, but you know, we digress from that, but that's just a hit. Right? Mind you, I'm trying to, you see what I'm trying to do? Even though the wall is very far, I'm trying to stay in the middle of the map. Look, I'm sidestepping right, just in case you go for the running too, and I'm staying in the middle of the map. He hesitated on pressing the button, so I went for the button, went for the plus frames again, jabbed him. He tried to sidestep, but he sidestepped the wrong direction. If he sidestepped to the right, he possibly would have had avoided it, but I am so plus to the fact that sidestepping it is very difficult. Hit with 2-1, hit with a low. Look at the pre-fire sidestep. Look at the pre-fire sidestep. Jab, not jab, but I hit him with down 4-1, 2-1, low. Now on this side, right, facing this side, sidestepping to the right is very easy. Facing on this side, player 1 down, what is it? I think I did low. I'm actually able to sidestep to the left very easy, but happily or safely I'm on the player 2 side. It's very easy for me to sidestep to the right than to the left. Then I sidestepped, right? With me sidestepping, I do not recommend this to everybody, but I definitely did sidestep. I sidestepped his entire rage art. Mind you, when I hit this low, I am not plus. I am not plus. Look, 2-1, low. I'm not plus. We're neutral. Sidestep. Boom. I'm holding block. The moment I seen him whiff, the moment, I'm telling you, listen, because it was so fast. I already seen, when I seen this, I automatically activated heat because it was over. It was over. From there it was over. And this is my whole point. You sidestep to control this space, sidestep to avoid situations. He's trying to do plus moves, I'm trying to avoid it, and you just stay at neutral. It's multiple things, not multiple things to it, but it's very easy once you really learn the point of sidestepping. It's to avoid stuff, literally, to avoid stuff, avoid situations, and control space. Look, this is what I did, right? Low. In my full crouch 1-3. No, it's 1-4, right? It's a sidestep. Now a sidestep just in case he was actually able to press a button, or he is able to press a button, but like just in case he mashed, it would whiff. Plus frames, right? Now I'm +7. Because I'm +7, I went for the running too. Boom, right? Went for it again because now I see he's hesitating. Grabbed him just in case he tried to use his heat. Went for that. I'm -9. Check the grab. Back. You see the back dash. See the back dash. That's the spacing. I'm gonna make a video about spacing as a whole. But like I said, I have been studying the game, like watching like high level players. I sidestep to his right to avoid any of the moves that possibly hit me. Sidestepped it. Boom. Back dash. Get my whip punish. Trying to go for that. That's very negative. Sidestep the shoulder. Sidestep in the right direction always help you. Well, mainly sometimes. But you also have to block when you sidestep. And I'm blocking, and you know I'm blocking because I backed up automatically. I backed up the moment I sidestep, I backed up automatically. It's about you having the reactions to actually hit when you sidestep. Look, boom. I backed up, but then I jabbed. I went for the jab. I went for the 1-2. And then I went for the heat. He did 1-2, try to do something with a heat. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the video. Like I said, you sidestep to control space to avoid situations, center, and always just center. Sidestepping is mainly to avoid space or avoid spacing, you know, bad space. You don't want your back on the wall. You always want to stay center. That's how you control the space. And then to avoid situations, you don't want to be getting hit by plus moves and or setups when you can always sidestep the right direction to actually avoid it. Now, sidestepping the right direction comes with just, you know, knowledge as a whole, and or just learning like the matchup sidestep chart, which I also will be making a video on. If y'all want that, just let me know. Just leave a likes, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if y'all are new. Comment down below if y'all do want a spacing video. I will be coming out with a spacing video, doing my research and playing the game more. When I get a new pad, which is tomorrow, we're gonna be back on it. So make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to never miss one of my videos. I'll catch you in the next one.